bringing it back. I'm really excited. All right, here goes, everybody. Sit back, relax, enjoy. The following program is on the air, and it begins in 3, 2, 1.
What are you going to do about breakfast?
I'm going to eat it.
This is the morning stream. It's the end of the world, and I feel fine. It's the end of the world as we know it.
I never get tired of that one. Hey, everybody, welcome back to TMS. It's the morning stream for Monday, June 13th, 2022. I'm Scott Johnson. That's Brian Ibbett. Hi, Brian.
Hi, Scott. How are you?
He's back, you guys. He's freaking back.
I'm one Hawaiian shirt away from being at 100%. I was like deciding this morning, like, should I wear a Hawaiian shirt? Like, no, I don't feel like I'm at the Hawaiian shirt level yet.
Well, you have a vast catalog of clothing that matches the description of Hawaiian shirt, right? You have a lot.
I do, yes.
Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with that. I wish I had more. And I don't.
Yes.
I have maybe one shirt you could classify as a Hawaiian shirt. And that's about as good as I do. But Brian's finally here. His flu has abated some.
It has. I say this as I'm blowing my nose.
Well, you sound a lot better than yesterday even. We did film sack and you were pretty stepped up.
I'm feeling like yesterday felt like a slip back down a little bit. Like Saturday was up. Yesterday came back down 70% something. And then now back up to 82%.
Yeah, you slept okay? That's what you always worry about. You got to get some sleep.
I slept great Saturday night.
Yeah.
Might have been the combination of a shot of Jack Daniel's Fire, whatever their Fireball cinnamon whiskey equivalent it is, because we were at the Mammoth game. I had to celebrate.
Sure.
Whatever.
You're at the game.
Which also, might have had something to do with me having a down Sunday.
Yeah.
But
you probably needed it, though, right? Because you were pretty locked down for all week. You were pretty
really locked down, and I needed it. And they're in the championship. This is the finals. 3 games, best of 3. And this is the only home game we're getting. So basically, they started out in Buffalo, New York with the first game against the Buffalo Bandits.
Yeah.
Lost in overtime.
Oh, that's
just
heartbreaking.
Just barely, obviously you don't lose by more than 1 point in overtime. After an incredible back and forth battle, then came here. We're tied, but always on the catch up. Like basically, the other team was always 1 or 2 ahead, and so we were constantly catching up. And when we'd finally get to tie things back up, they'd jump ahead a little bit.
Yeah.
Then the last 5 minutes, they just had a surge and went crazy. So it's now the series is tied 1-1. The final game is this coming Saturday back in Buffalo, and
wow,
yeah.
I mean, you're not such a fan that you'll be traveling to Buffalo for the final.
Gosh, no. Oh no.
No.
No. Even in a non prepping for the MS 150 world, I wouldn't be doing that.
Sure.
But I do have. I paid for 1 month of ESPN Plus. I finally did the smart thing. Sign up for a thing and then immediately cancel it, so you've basically got the month.
Yeah, you got a whole month. That's how you do that. That's how you should do that.
And now I don't have to worry about, I got to remember to cancel that when I'm, after the game or whatever. It's like, no, just cancel it right away. And I should do this with Hulu, Disney, AMC, whatever things I subscribe to, so that it's like, I want to watch that, but it's on a service on half. Great. Sign up. Bing. Get it.
Canceled. And
then immediately cancel. And now I've got a month to watch all the things that I want to watch on that channel.
That's how I'm going to do Yellow Jackets on, what do you call it?
Oh, Showtime.
Showtime, yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, I've got a list of Showtime for you, man.
Good, because that's one everyone's like,
got to watch that Super Pump, too. Which is,
I hear that's great.
It's so good, and it's like, you want to hate the main. You should hate the main character,
sure,
the founder of Uber, because he's a dick.
You're meant to hate him, yeah.
But it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt. How can you hate Joseph
You can't hate him
Gordon-Levitt,
entirely. You can only hate him a little when he's acting like an ass,
And who doesn't want to watch Hank Azaria play Tim Cook?
Nobody doesn't. We all do.
Doesn't.
I want to hear about his products.
Products.
Well, that's exciting. boy, freaking John Oliver ripped into the App Store yesterday. Did you hear about this?
Did he know? Was it part of a...
So it was just like
This
him.
Week Tonight?
It was basically just him. Yeah, it was one of those things, and it was him going, "Yeah, it's a little weird. It's kind of a lockdown weird thing," and basically just shining all kinds of light on it, which I think is fair. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I bought the phone. I should be able to install whatever I want on it, however I want," and you can't really do that on the Apple side. Claire, shut up! I don't want to hear about it. All right,
Really, Claire? Oh, I love John Oliver. He's out of all the Daily Show, and I love Trevor Noah. Even counting late night hosts, John Oliver right now is my favorite to watch.
Oh yeah, of all the people doing a talk thing unit deal, he's my favorite.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah.
Easy. But also, look, he's British. She's Irish. There's some history there, Brian. There's some trouble.
There's some history there. Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
Yep.
They're both diminutive.
Yep.
They're both barely come up to the height of a regulation sized doorknob.
Yeah, they're like 4'6", something like that. 4'6". They're both like different things. He likes mushy British food. She likes
That's right. Yes,
mushy,
he likes mushy peas.
Yeah.
She likes
mushy potatoes, I guess.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Mushy potatoes.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, one quick thing here. While you were sick, one of our dogs did something that should have been the worst thing in the history of our lives.
Oh no!
But it didn't.
Okay.
And I don't know why. I still don't know how we escaped this. But Carter's dog, Ripley, she's a great big RhymerWeiner. There we go. RhymerWeiner. She's a big dope and will eat anything. So when she does, usually, and it can be something small, like if she eats just a little bit of Rainer's food, which is just different than her food, she'll barf later. That's just how she is.
Sensitive, a big dog like that with a sensitive stomach.
Oh, it's the worst. So we have to be careful. And when you're careful, it's fine. If you don't let her eat stuff she shouldn't, she's fine. Her regular food is fine and all that. She got into Carter. It's Carter's fault, but Carter left a big bag. Is Carter in the chat? She might be.
Yeah, she is.
Carter, if I get the story wrong, feel free to correct. But she left a big bag of those Circus peanut candy. You know the ones, the big foamy Circus peanuts.
Yeah, like they look like they're spongy orange.
Yes,
they're basically the food equivalent of packing material.
That's the stuff, really. And for whatever reason, Carter's a fan of those things. They would put me in a freaking clinic. I
don't think I've had one in 40 years.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah.
You were 10 years old when you had, or no, I'm sorry.
I swear to God, I can't think of the last time I had a Circus peanut.
That's a weird thought.
Yeah.
It's been a while for me as well. I can't remember. And I find they're just concentrated hell sugar. Like, it's not good for you at all.
Yeah.
But anyway, she left a bag of these open and on her bed, which is not an obstacle for a tall freaking RhymerWeiner. RhymerWeiner. And so she gets in there and she devours the entire freaking bag, or most of it, before Carter can go in there and stop her. And all of us thought immediately, well, that's going to be a nightmare. She's going to barf everywhere. Best case, worst case, she's going to have diarrhea for a week. Like, this is going to be the worst thing, because she just isn't so sensitive. Nothing.
Dogs are notorious for having a Circus peanut allergy, so you think that.
That's why they don't serve them on dog airlines anymore. They can't.
Right, exactly.
Can't do it. But the fact that she didn't hurl that up, or didn't have the runs, or didn't have any like dog problems from these peanuts, has us all just a little spooked, because we're just like, that is not right. Something intervened.
Oh my gosh! I think I'd be keeping an eye now on the other end, because I think you're going to find a little orange fuzzy pumper barbershop Play-Doh thing coming.
That's what I'm worried about. Maybe it's a time release thing, right? Like a really long propagation period.
The body's still processing it.
Yeah, still making that nightmare before it happens. But chat room says peanuts are fine. We're not talking about peanuts. We're talking about big, spongy
and
orange
are
candy.
Definitely not fine for dogs.
Yeah, if you've never heard of a Circus peanut, the candy Circus peanut, chat room, look that up. That is not a peanut. It is shaped like a peanut. It's
neither a circus nor a peanut. Discuss.
I haven't heard that in a long time. Weird. I kind of want to watch that show. That new thing.
The
Tryptonon.
Plays 11 characters. Didn't Randy Regimental did a few weeks ago?
Did he? I don't remember.
I want to say he did. And I don't comment on Rotten Tomatoes scores for things that Randy recommends.
No.
No.
No. It's all good in the hood.
I'm giving you crap, Randy. I know you're listening. But,
is he out there? Is he listening today?
Yeah, I'm sure he always listens. Yes.
Hey, Randy, give us some codes to Overwatch 2's beta before October.
Right.
No, we have a release date.
Or the...
Did you know that? We have a release date for that damn thing. Well,
for
not
Overwatch
a date.
2?
Yeah, for this October. It was all part of the Microsoft thing yesterday. So I was supposed to... Kim had this mystery date.
Yeah, mystery date lunch thing planned for you.
But then the whole thing happened with couches getting delivered, and we didn't know when they were coming. And we were like, well, are they going to be here while we're gone? Because we'd really like to be here when they get here. We're not going to saddle Carter with having to deal with that. So we ended up putting it off because we had to get these couches. And the worst part is the couches ended up not coming till about 4:30. So we could have gone. That's annoying. Anyway, as a result, Kim's like, yeah, we'll go a different time. I said, all right, no worries. I'm gonna hop right on and cover this Microsoft business. So I did, and a whole bunch of stuff was shown, including a release date for Diablo 4 in 2023. Xbox Series X footage was shown. It looked real nice.
Oh, cool.
I hope it's cross-save because that's how I want to play that thing. I want to jump around between PC and console. And then what was the other thing? There's no way that game's on a Switch. There's no freaking way. The Switch will not run that game. It just won't. I'm telling y'all now, they haven't made that official or anything, but I am telling you, what I saw from Diablo 4 yesterday, that shit ain't running on your Switch. Okay. I just don't think
that feels like
happen.
a little too heavy a game. Yeah, exactly.
Not gonna
Plus,
happen.
I mean, geez, trying to play that on a teeny tiny screen feels like a nightmare anyway.
Well, I don't mind it on. 3 was good on the Switch. It was pretty good.
Oh,
but
was it? Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty strong on there. But the machine's just not capable of handling that new one. There's no way. Probably not on a Mac either. So sorry, Mac users. Probably not happening. Anyway, I did the thing, and I was just going to say, if anybody's interested in our commentary, me, John, and Bo did it. The core crew were all together for that, and we put up an audio version of it up on the feed for core. So if you listen to core, you'll already know you got that. Or if you're like me, you can't get into any of the podcasts today because freaking SoundCloud is down, and I don't know why. Let me check right now. Yep, still down. So if you're not getting any of the podcasts, I feel your pain. I'm waiting for them to fix their problem. Don't know what's up. Some kind of outage. And they haven't said much else other than they're working on it.
It's a cloud. I mean, they don't have control over those things. They're all amorphous and floating above us, and looks like a seal riding a wagon.
Exactly. Wait, I see a man with a tree. All right, we're gonna.
It clearly was singing "Kiss from a Rose" as it went by. It's definitely Seal.
I love Seal. He has the best TikTok channel. That guy seems like a riot.
Really?
Yeah. He's really friendly,
there's another
nice.
TikTok channel that I need to. Claire sent me a TikTok of I can't remember what it was, something yesterday, and I'm like, all right, I'll go check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's funny. And then I do the thing that I always do with TikTok, where I sit there and I scroll for 20 more minutes, okay, I just want to see one more thing that's good, and I don't ever get it.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's right. It was the sleep apnea Top Gun theme. There's 5 fat guys doing the Top Gun theme with their sleep apnea.
With their apnea sounds. Oh, that's fantastic.
Danger Zone, not yeah.
Hey, thanks, Claire, for sending me that. I'm a big TikTok user, and I heard nothing from Irish.
Assume she probably just assumed you already saw it since you've seen everything on TikTok.
That's true. I am on there a lot. Speaking of being on there a lot, let's do this right here. This guy right here is on here a lot. His name is Brian Dunaway, and he joins us for another edition of the Morning Half-Asses. Hi, Brian.
Oh, hi, Scott and Brian.
Hi.
Oh, hello, Brian.
Oh,
it's
man.
Monday the 13th.
You know what's great? Perfect parity between home and office for you on your audio levels.
We finally did it.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, no kidding.
Yep. Well
Yay,
done.
It only took us 14 years to get this thing.
Well done,
God.
dude. It's not normally a problem for me to change it. I don't mind, but I love when it's all coming together like that. It's a nice feeling.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's
Brian,
ridiculous. Go ahead.
when you came on, you said Monday the 13th. It just dawned on me, why the heck do we ruin Fridays with the 13th thing? Let's ruin Mondays. Let's say, oh my God, Monday the 13th is the unlucky.
Right. Yeah, why is that?
Friday
Do we know
13th.
what the? I don't even know what the origin is. I just assume it's just always been that way. Is that a thing? Like Friday?
It's always been Friday the 13th. But let's make it Mondays. Like Mondays already suck.
It seems a lot more hex, right? It seems like this would be the
Yeah.
day that would be cursed.
Like already Mondays, like, oh, Mondays are bad, but this one's a Monday the 13th. Oh, as opposed to
no.
yeah, like
I
Okay.
should
how
have
bad
stood
can
in
a Friday
bed.
be if it's Friday the 13th?
All right.
I
Here's
don't
the.
know. I stole that joke from the Discord chat room who posted a Garfield comic from years ago that was not getting out of bed because Monday the 13th. So just saying.
Oh, really? So that's already
Credit.
been.
We're
All right, I
credited.
didn't realize
That's a
that's already
thing.
been
Jim
a thing.
Davis.
Okay.
All right. Well, listen to this. This will blow your minds. According to biblical tradition, 13 guests attended the Last Supper held on Maundy Thursday, whatever that means, including Jesus and his 12 apostles, one of whom was Judas, who betrayed him. The next day, of course, was Good Friday, the day Jesus' crucifixion. The seating arrangement at the Last Supper is believed to have given rise to the long-standing Christian superstition that having 13 guests at a table was a bad omen. Specifically,
That's right, because human nature is to be conspiratorial. That's what we do.
Yep. Now check this out. This is even crazier. Though Friday's negative associations are weaker, some have suggested they have roots in Christian tradition, such as Jesus was crucified on a Friday. Friday was also said to be the day that Eve gave Adam the fateful apple from the tree of knowledge, as well as the day Cain killed his brother.
Everything doesn't have to have a
Wow.
meaning.
Oh, shit.
I'm just saying.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I don't want to live in a world where things don't have meaning.
You want everything to have meaning. I understand.
Everything should have meaning.
Yeah.
Yes, there
All
should be
right.
nothing like
if
arbitrary.
Einstein taught us anything, is that relativity is probably the most important factor for reality. So
That's true. Boy, look at the science on you
Spell
today. It's
reality
fantastic.
no, you can't spell relativity without reality.
That's right. All right, we're gonna do a game. Brian's gonna explain it. We got people lined up to possibly win some stuff, so let's see what's going on. What do we have here?
Yes, it's time to play the Morning Half-Asses, a trivia game where I'm going to be giving you guys, the two of you, the answers. I'm going to give you a category and 6 possible answers. 3 of those are correct answers. 3 of those are bogus garbage that's been made up and thrown in there to throw you off the scent. Depending on how confident you feel with the category, you can provide 1, 2, or 3 guesses. But if you get any wrong, you get 0 points for that round. If you guess 1, get it right, you get a point. Guess 2 and get them right, you get 3 points. Guess all 3 correctly, you will get 5 points for that round. The player with the most points after 3 rounds wins the prize for their contestant. And none of you people calling in even have a chance, because I've pulled contestants from members of the Tadpool that aren't able to listen live.
Good idea.
Yes, Scott, you're going to be playing for Joshua from Frederick, Maryland.
Oh, I love his tree. I'm a big fan of his tree. It's a great tree.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Don't touch it because you'll get in trouble.
That's right. Don't touch the tree.
Brian, you're going to be
Don't
playing
take
for...
pictures on it or none of that stuff. Go ahead.
No.
Yeah, don't do that. Brian, you're going to be playing for Jeanette from South Bend, Indiana.
My favorite band in Indiana.
It is the best bend, right? The best of the bends.
I think it's the only
Yeah.
it's the only bend I ever think of when there's a bend. I just if there's a bend, there's Bend, Oregon, I think.
Oh my
I never-
God! Somebody's going to write in and say I've offended their North Bend heritage. Please don't.
Sure, but South Bend, Indiana, that feels like the top of the crop. That's the one.
I mean, you know, if you want to find a bend, the best one is in the South. Am I right?
Oh yeah.
Am I right, fellas?
Yeah.
High five.
Right?
You want to get a fresh bendy? I'll tell you where to go.
South Bend it like Beckham. All right, let's get to your first category here. And
I
your
think
first...
Scott should log in because it says waiting for player to finish
Oh,
playing.
he was in
Global
earlier.
I
Thermometer.
was
Well,
in. I didn't.
tormented.
It says I'm still in. Hold on.
Really?
I'm still seeing. I'm seeing you out, but I did see you in there earlier. So
Wait
maybe
a minute.
refresh.
What the frick happened here? Okay, that's odd. Hit play. Oh, audience window. Okay, so now
There
it's,
he is.
it's
Got
working
the
again.
point.
That's
there
really
we go.
weird.
Okay,
All right. Let's go.
let's start with an easy one, shall we?
Oh, days of the week. Perfect.
Your first one is henchman for a James Bond villain. You've got Whisper, Dr. Crumb, Giant, Odd Job, Mr. Stamper, and Sudden Impact.
Bold.
6 answers, but only 3 of these are actual real henchmen for a James
I feel
Bond
pretty
villain.
confident about a few of them, but then the others are like, damn, that really sounds like a Bond villain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yeah,
Good one.
This is
Yeah.
a good one. I only know one for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
I noticed. By the way, I noticed Amazon. I don't know if they have a deal or I don't know what the deal is, but they've got every single James Bond.
Deal.
They have.
Good film sack.
Yeah, nice
callback.
It's pretty good.
Thank you very much.
They have every James Bond movie ever over there right now.
Oh, really? On Prime?
Yeah.
On
So
Amazon Prime? Oh, that's
if we
cool.
want to dig into any weird ones that we haven't seen, I mean, we've done.
You haven't seen the newest one, right? No Time to Die yet?
No, I did. I saw it. I liked it.
You did, okay.
I didn't love it, but I liked it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I loved it.
It was okay. It was all right.
There was some great callbacks. Like, the only time I've ever heard a musical stinger from a previous James Bond film that is like, oh, my God, well done, guys.
Oh, I did like that. That was cool. I just think the story was a little weak, and I don't know, I'd put Casino Royale and Skyfall above it, probably.
Skyfall.
I almost said Skyrim. Skyrim, yeah.
Skyfall. All right, Brian, make your picks.
I didn't lock him in. I'm sorry. I didn't lock him in. I'm sorry. We was running our mouths. I apologize.
Yeah, now lock them in. Okay, they're locked in.
Locked in now.
Okay.
Okay,
I'll
all
lock
right. You guys both, Odd Job. Come on, we all know Odd Job. He throws a hat. He
No
throws a
odd
hat.
jobs.
He throws a bowler. He was Goldfinger's henchman.
Sure.
The other ones, I will show you right now. Whisper is, in fact, the henchman for Live and Let Die.
Live and Let Die. One of my favorite James Bond movies. I know it's stupid.
What's the guy? Is it Jeffrey Holden? And it's the guy. It's the voodoo one. I can't remember his character. Scaramanga. No, Scaramanga was the man with the golden gun.
I can't remember, but it was the voodoo. You're right. It's the voodoo. He's prototypical voodoo guy.
He is prototypical voodoo guy.
Yeah.
Baron Samedi. Thank you. Yes, Tally. All right. And then Mr. Stamper. Neither of you picked Mr. Stamper. Tomorrow Never Dies is where you'll find that one. But Dr. Crumb, Giant, and Sudden Impact. None of those are.
Who the hell would
James
sudden impact sounds like a movie, not a.
It is a movie.
It's a movie.
It's a Clint Eastwood movie. All right, let's get to question number 2. Brian's already on the board with 3 points for that one.
Nice.
Question number 2: lizards. Tell me which of these are actual real lizards? Fire skink, water bear, leafy sea dragon, mole salamander, caiman tegu, and Komodo dragon.
Oh my lord! I think one of those is a trick.
Yeah. Now, keep in mind they may be real animals, but are they in the lizard family?
Yeah.
Or they might just be made up combinations of words. Who knows?
It could be bullshit.
Could be bullshit.
I'm gonna go with. I don't feel good about this at all.
Okay.
But I'm locked in.
Okay. Scott's locked in. Brian's still
What
deciding.
say you, Dunaway? What say you?
Still Googling, apparently.
Yeah. Dunaway, you Googling? Where'd Brian go? Is he there?
I don't know. Brian?
Are you there? Dunaway?
Brian?
Have you left us? Are you muted? Are we muted to you? What has happened to you?
We cannot hear you, Brian.
I re-add him to call. Remove from group. I re-add him. I don't know what he's doing.
Huh.
He just kind of went quiet. Okay.
The fact that he hasn't locked things in also makes me feel like his internet went down or something.
That would be bad. I'll tell you what I think he chose.
Well, I know one that he chose, but I don't know if he was in the process of choosing more.
Oh, you can see if. Oh, Brian, you there?
I can see what you're choosing as you're choosing them.
Oh, I didn't realize. Hey, Brian, you there? No. He's answered again. Something went down his headset.
Yeah,
Here, let me type something to him.
He just plugged in another answer, and he locked in.
Oh.
But I can hear him.
Yeah, we can't hear him. Well, that's at least he's doing that. All right, so we're locked in. Let's see how we did. How we doing this one?
Yeah, and maybe voice-wise he'll come back.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. You said the fire skink and the caiman tegu. Those are correct, Scott. Well done. Brian said the Komodo dragon and the mole salamander. Sadly, the Komodo dragon is, but the mole salamander is not.
Damn
it!
I should have gone. Well, I just mean I should have done.
Oh, you were thinking you were going to do Komodo dragon.
Yeah, because in my head it felt like a trick. Like I would think that's in the lizard family. I know it's cold-blooded, like all that. But I just I saw it here and I thought, well, that's too obvious. That's not going to be it.
Yeah. The water bear is the little tardigrades, the little microscopic animals. Leafy sea dragon is a fish, and the mole salamander is an amphibian. It's real, but it's not in the lizard family.
Well, how do you feel
about
now?
Much
better
we can
now.
hear you now.
We hear
Welcome
you now.
back.
All right.
What was that? That was weird.
I don't know. I just finally closed out Discord completely and came back in.
All right.
Don't ask me.
No, I can
don't
tell.
know.
I can. This is my favorite kind of Dunaway, the annoyed at technology Dunaway. I love
I'm
it.
so annoyed with techno. It's not supposed to just work.
I know.
Not just randomly stop.
Yeah, it is a little bit weird.
Anyway, I was telling y'all my story about the mole salamander.
Yeah.
Oh, what's your
I
story
was
about the
trying
mole
to.
salamander?
Well, that's what was taking me so long because I was trying to tell the story and y'all just weren't listening to me. Anyway, yeah, Audra was out at her mom's house and she was cleaning up some stuff and she pulled up a board and there was a snake head poking out.
Ugh.
And we're like, "Oh my God, what is that?"
Mm.
And we thought it was a snake. Turns out it was a big old salamander. And I was curious, like, was it a mole salamander since he was like in the ground? I don't know. But I was
Oh,
curious
is that
about
what? Mole like moles in the ground moles. Okay.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
I was thinking like
it is a
mole on
real
your
thing,
arm.
but it's an amphibian and not a lizard.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
take
this
that.
kind of looks like the thing. It scared the
That's
Jesus out
crazy.
of us.
Yeah.
Did it have like the frilly sides or anything? Was it just smooth and
No, well, you couldn't
convincing?
tell. All you could see was his stupid head. He has a
Huh.
snake head. The rest of it was covered up.
Right.
Brian, what's
Until,
a what's a
until he started crawling out. Then we're like, run!
what is a leafy sea dragon? What is that?
That I think is a I think it's a seahorse. It's a fish.
Oh, okay. So it's a water deal. A water deal.
It's a
Boy,
water deal.
I get some intense marine biology going on over here.
Yeah, have you ever? Yeah, it looks like a seahorse. It looks like a seahorse that a bunch of that's on Etsy, basically.
Nice. Okay, cool. I feel good about this. We're tied. I wish I was winning.
All right,
but we're
going
tied.
into the last
Yeah,
question
that was
with a
good.
tie score. I love it.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right,
Haven't done this in a while. That's a good job.
Yeah.
let's get into your last question. It is metric system units. So which of these
No.
are actually units in the metric system?
Okay.
Your choices are the British Thermal Unit, or BTU, watts, drams, hectares, hertz, and pica.
Holy shit.
Oh, this hurts so hard.
Pica.
I know one for sure. Oh.
I know none for sure because they all seem like one of them seems like a
Right.
trick, right?
Right, doesn't it? Yeah.
I don't know.
British thermal unit.
One of them's a trick.
What does that even mean? How come this doesn't say Celsius or some kind of shit about millimeters? All right.
There's my best guess.
Okay.
Oh, I really feel pressure on this one.
You
No,
should. Yeah,
that's
it's a tie
not gonna
score.
be
So
it. That
what's
won't
it
be
gonna be?
Okay, I'm gonna
What's
try.
it gonna be?
All right, I'm locking in with two.
What's it gonna be? All right. Let's see.
What's
Brian, you've
it
locked in
gonna
with
be?
3. Scott, you've locked in with 2. You both said Hertz. Hertz is a
Hertz.
metric
Rent a
unit.
car?
Yeah, rent a car.
As is the watt, which
No.
Brian, you locked in with watts and hertz.
Damn it.
What hertz?
Hertz watts. Hertz watts.
However,
baby.
the British
Oh,
thermal
no.
unit is
Dadgummit.
not a,
I felt like that was a trick, and I debated on it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
neither is pica, so you both got that one
tight.
wrong.
Oh!
We end up with a tie.
Well,
Look
that
at
means.
that.
Which means
Does that mean everybody gets everything? I can't remember.
that means that that basically we had two things for the winner, and one thing for the runner-up. We're going to do 2 things for each player. So
Nice.
nice.
technically, the winner, one person is going to get Amnesia Rebirth,
Ooh,
The Dark
ugh.
Descent, and A Machine for Pigs.
Oh, geez.
Oh, that's a good one.
Those scary
that
games.
was super creepy.
Both those games
Oh,
are
so
really
creepy.
scary. Yeah, I'm not playing them.
That pig thing is a nightmare, man.
Yeah.
You got to get in the basement where the pigs are.
Oh, really?
oof.
Oh,
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh,
So
The
congratulations.
runner-up
Oh.
is going to end up with Crying Suns and The Long Dark.
Ooh,
Oh,
both
Long
good
Dark's
games.
good. I'm not familiar with the
Crying Suns is awesome. Yeah, Crying
Crying
Suns
Suns.
is like this weird combo of
Yeah.
FTL and I don't know what to compare it to. Has really, really rad pixel art. It's in outer space. It's very good.
Outer Space. Oh, okay. Yeah, I recognize
Yeah,
it.
it's a cool game. It's very good.
Yeah,
sounds
that one
cool.
is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have that game.
All right, so congratulations to both of you. You're both getting prizes.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah, how you feel about that there, Joshua and Jeanette? Or Jeanette? Jeanette?
No, Jeanette. Jeanette. Is that like CNET? Jeanette?
No, Jeanette is another a very well-known metric unit.
Oh, yes, the
thermal
Jeanette.
unit.
Sure,
Yeah,
yes.
the Jeanette. There's 15 Jeanettes here in my basement. Anyway, well done, everybody. Hey, Dunaway, in addition to the film sack we just did about the transporter, tomorrow at 3:30 Mountain Time, you and I will sit down and have a discussion about all these mini consoles that keep coming out with all these games built onto them, playing with our nostalgia bone, just kind of flicking it around a little bit, going, hey, you like yourself some Mario? What if it was on a tiny little Super NES? Ooh-wee! So we're going to talk about those.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it'll be great. We can
Yeah,
talk about
were we talking about the minis? I'm super excited about it. This trend started in around 2016 with the NES Mini. They really, put the oomph in it.
Yeah.
It was around before them, but I've heard people say, "Oh, it's just a trend." I'm like, well, then why is everybody still super excited in 2022 about the recently announced Mini 2, the Sega Mini 2?
which I can't wait for. I can't wait.
Yes, 6 years, people.
Yeah.
That's starting to be less of a fad and more of at least a long-term trend, right?
Well, all these systems finally hit their kind of nostalgia stride, right? They finally hit their retro period of like, oh man. And then just this idea that it's in the shape of the thing you had when you were a kid, but it's like this big. There's something about that alone that is awesome. So
I love the fact that you have 30 select games, especially on the NES Mini, that you would probably have in your collection, but trying to manage that out, in a living room or something is going to be unmanageable. Whereas a little mini, you can put on the shelf. It's cute.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. You got your games right there.
My only problem with these things is the cables they're connected to are heavier than the devices themselves.
They are.
That is true.
So basically, it starts pulling it off the coffee table or whatever.
Or it does a wheelie. It's mine's always doing wheelies because it's on a shelf and the cable pulls
and
down.
That's why I went to Etsy and I bought some stands that negate some of that. And I thought after I did it, I'm like, I should have just got Ibit to print me some of
probably
these.
could easily 3D print you something. Yeah, I still need to 3D print you guys some cartridges too. Those
love that.
Oh man, yeah,
so cool.
NES cartridges that we were looking
nothing
at.
Nothing like using your friend.
Yeah, use your friend. Yeah, use
Listen, there's a lot of times that my 3D printer is doing nothing, so why not take advantage of
Keep that thing running. Yeah, so it's I'm really excited to talk about this. There's also the C64 Mini, which Brian sent me an extra one that he had.
Yes,
I want to talk about those weird joystick ones that came before all this, where you'd buy like it looked like just like a joystick, but on there was like 12 licensed games or whatever.
We're going to talk about a company that is quite in the gray area called At Games, and we talked about them a little bit last week with Miss Pac-Man.
Yeah.
And there's more of At Games coming this week.
Ooh, they're controversial to say the least. So watch for that tomorrow, 3:30 Mountain Time, right here at frogpants.tv or on the podcast after. That's Play Retro. Hey, Brian, have a really, really great day.
You suck it.
Eat a turd. All right, bye.
Yeah, you go and
you bastard.
Stuff.
All right,
you
so Josh,
go and do that.
Josh and Jeanette, I have a feeling your codes are already sent. I bet they
are. That you guys took forever. I chatted with them. They played it. They've actually reviewed the game. I've thumbed up their reviews on Steam.
Yeah, one of them now works for the developer. It's just
exactly.
Things have come full circle. Congratulations, everybody involved. All right, now is time for this.
In the News is sponsored by... You'll find quality in our corner.
Let's do a little news brought to you by.
Yeah, brought to you by America's Next Top Podcaster. Last week we had the submissions for their guest appearance on TMS. Each of the 5 contestants came on the show and did a little thing. Like, it was a live guest. They had to think on their feet. They had to promote something, and they just had to flow with the general vibe. How did they do? Well, you guys even had a say in that by giving us your votes, but it's all up to the judges. So find out today on the episode that's going to get released this morning how they did and who won and who is out.
Who's out?
Oot.
All right, let's do this story. Alleged avocado thief in the news. Oh, no.
Oh, alleged. They can't pin it on him.
Yep. He's been arrested for grand theft fruit, says this headline.
It's a drive-by fruiting.
What if that movie holds up? Have you seen Mrs. Doubtfire
I have
lately?
not seen Mrs. Doubtfire in years. I've seen it, but...
I remember thinking it was super charming at the time. I really enjoyed it. I wonder how I'd feel now. I just don't know.
Yeah.
It's like 93 or something, I think.
Yeah.
My memory serves.
Sounds
anyway,
about right. You're better with those years than I am.
It's a weird thing I can do.
Is there anything about that wouldn't age well? Like ooh, yeah, that's a little.
I don't think so. Like, I mean, he was just he was basically pretending to be somebody he wasn't. So there's no I don't think there's any cross-dress phobia stuff or any of that. As far as I know. I'd have to see it again, though. I just don't remember. But I remember at the time thinking, I like this. This is Robin Williams being real funny, and you can tell he improv that scene, and there's the hello and all that stuff. It was great. But I wonder now.
It was a run-by fruiting, not a drive-by. Okay, sorry. Run-by fruiting.
A run-by fruiting. Well, that makes sense.
Speaking of James Bond.
Yep, and all the run-by fruiting.
The one who got fruited.
That's right. Totally fruited. All right, a suspected avocado thief was charged with grand theft of fruit. Among other charges, after he was caught with stolen avocados from a ranch in Goleta. I don't know where this is.
I don't either. Yeah,
Santa Barbara County, I guess, is where the sheriff is.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right.
An officer.
They're big on their avocados in California, so it doesn't surprise me.
They are big on them, and they're good.
Yeah.
They're fine avocados. Yes, sir. I'll eat one. No problem. An officer found the suspect, age 44. His name is Tim Rounds. Of Lambpock is where he lives. Who cares? Walking near his car, which was stopped at the shoulder of the road. Rounds was wearing a headlamp on his forehead and
That's a
holding.
good place to wear a headlamp.
That's right. I guess I'd rather it be there. He was also holding a bucket of avocados. During the search of the car, they discovered a trunk was full of them, and the ranch's owner was contacted and informed authorities. Rounds didn't have permission to harvest their avocados. He was in there picking them, like literally picking them off the thing.
That makes sense, right?
Authorities recovered the methamphetamine pipe and bag of methamphetamine on the dude as well. So he likes his drugs and his avocados. Yeah, his superfood.
Little meth and a little avocado toast in the morning.
Yeah.
Who can
just don't leave it out. It'll turn brown. You don't want it to turn brown. That's the main thing. I don't know if that's meth or avocados. Maybe both. Anyway, Rounds was arrested for grand theft fruit. That is the actual thing. It is a felony. Possession of a controlled substance, a misdemeanor, and possession of drug paraphernalia, also a misdemeanor. So the big hit is the fruit stealing. The other stuff's, minor. In the larger scheme of things, actual federal offense.
It's funny you think that the possession would be the bigger.
I would think so. Having meth on you seems like that would be the one, but nope. They got strict fruit laws. Also, it's a good reminder that avocados are fruits, and you don't always think of them that way.
Yeah,
they're a savory dish quite often.
The way the justice system is in California, he'll probably guac.
Yeah, he'll guac. Dead man guacking. It's terrible. Terrible. Yes. If there was an FCC for podcasts, this would be the final moment for us.
Thanks everybody. It's been a good run.
It's been a great run. We're gonna miss you guys. Here's a story. Target, everyone's favorite anti-Walmart. Mm-hmm. You can go there right now, and there's a robot that paints your nails for $10 in under 10 minutes. It's a robot doing it though. A robot that can paint nails is making the retail debut at a few Target stores in Dallas-Fort Worth. So they're not out here yet, but Clockwork doesn't do it. It's what it's called. Doesn't do a full manicure, but it provides a change of color in under 10 minutes and only costs you $10. Or maybe that's expensive. I don't know what it costs to do your nails.
Wasn't there an evil robot in a movie called Clockwork?
Why is that familiar? I mean, I'm not thinking of Clockwork Orange, obviously. But what are we thinking of here?
There was the Wizard of Oz, like Land of Oz, the follow-up to Land of Oz? Was that there was a clock that lived in Oz that you never saw in the Wizard of Oz, but all of a sudden makes an appearance? Was that named Clockwork or TikTok?
Right here.
Maybe that was TikTok.
TARDIS, Clockwork Robot. Okay, so something in Doctor Who.
Oh, maybe that's it. Maybe it's Doctor Who.
Is that it? Okay, that might be it. Oh, and Lego Worlds has some. Well, who knows? Well, anyway.
Okay.
Well, now it's the thing that, Brian, you can stick your whole mid in there. Just stick it in, and it'll go blip, blip, blip. And by the time you're done, you pull your hand out, all painted up and ready to rock.
All right.
Clockwork.
I guess the other joke would have been to say, what color would you like them? I don't know. Clockwork? Orange.
Nice. Yeah. Now we're really in trouble. Now the police are coming.
That was really bad. Yeah.
I mean, I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I like that joke a lot. Let's see. It doesn't do the full manicure. Just gives you the color. The founder of the company, Renniku Apte, said the concept is for people like herself who want to look a certain way and feel confident when they do, but can't prioritize beauty time. I know I can't. I can't prioritize beauty time. I haven't had beauty time.
It's usually like,
30 years.
clearly, as you can see by looking at me, beauty time is maybe 8th or 9th on my list of priorities.
Yeah, that's even higher than mine. It's like 20th on mine. She says it won't replace beauty services for people who have the hour it takes to get a proper manicure and all that stuff and have the money to spend. But we're catering to women, one after another, who have told us this shouldn't be as much of a commitment. I agree.
Yeah.
10
minutes, $10, 10 fingers. I mean, it feels like it's like the decimal metric system, really with a win right here.
It's $1 per finger. Now, let me ask you this. Let's say, you used to move furniture, and one time you pulled the U-Haul truck down so hard it chopped your pinky off. Mm-hmm. So now you got 9 fingers.
Sure.
Do you get a deal? Do you pay $1 less, or do you
does this machine know to skip that finger, or are you gonna is it gonna searingly
yeah, are you gonna
try to apply
you're gonna come out with a purple stump, right? I know, nobody wants that.
So my thumb, it still has a big black or a dark red mark in it from when I was setting up my crazy neighbor's pool, but
it's moving down, right, as it grows.
4 weeks ago. It's barely moving down. Like, usually these things go bloop, bloop. You can almost watch them on a daily basis just go boop, 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 right up to the top. Yeah. But no, this guy is...
He's in for the long haul.
He's in for the long haul. That is just right above the quick, basically, and has not moved in 4 weeks or something.
Does it hurt at all? It doesn't hurt.
No pain at all. So I think that's, it's dried blood under the skin, under the nail, probably.
Yeah, usually what that will do, like you said, it'll move faster. It'd be fun to take like a camera every day, take a phone every day, and get a shot of it. And
it actually would be kind of cool, and then watch it go.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's under the nail, but I guess it's the skin is what's got the damage on it, not the nail itself. So the nail growing just goes right over it. But I'd go and get some nail polish just to cover up this unsightly mark on my.
Yeah, I blame Dave. Is what I do.
I do every single day.
How annoying is it?
Curse him.
By the way, how annoying is it? Your lovely, wonderful, immune-compromised wife who gets COVID.
Yes.
Ends up having like a medium cold.
Oh, I know. Yes, right.
And then Brian, who's testing for it every other minute, going to get official through the lab test plus home test, all this other stuff, has the worst freaking take you to the floor flu ever.
Yeah,
and it's not even COVID.
Life is not fair. It's completely not fair.
Yeah.
So,
although
that's I would much rather prefer this than the converse. I much rather I get this knock me to the ground flu than Tina get the knock me to the ground flu.
There you go.
And I have
that's right.
I have easy COVID. So.
Taking a bullet for our loved ones. That's what we do.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, TMS is all about that.
That's what we always would do. Yes.
Of course. Well, anyway, go get your $10 thing. I would actually love if somebody would do this.
I would totally do it if it was local, right? You know, if I would do the MS 150 colors right before the MS 150 ride. How awesome would that be?
That's awesome.
Right?
I love that. Yeah.
The blue and orange. Yeah.
If somebody out there is in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and is willing to do this, we'll even pay to have it. We'll pay your $10.
We'll pay the $10.
We'll pay the $8 because it's introductory offer of only $8. You get a deal your first time.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah, and this one, let's see if anyone lives near the Medallion Center Target in Dallas on East Northwest Highway.
East Northwest Highway.
That's weird. East Northwest.
Don't travel south on East Northwest Highway, or
that's confusing as hell. I don't like that.
It really is. Like 3 cardinal or ordinal directions in one.
Yeah. Then you got 2 more. One on Overton Ridge and one on Carroll Street, wherever that is. If you guys, let's see.
Oh, and there's in California and Minnesota as well. So
okay.
It's in a couple stores in Dallas, and then 3 more Target stores in California and Minnesota.
All right. If any of you see them and you want to get it done, it'll be on us, and I want to know how it went. We want a review. Maybe even have you on the show and talk about them. That'd be fun.
It's called the Mini Cure. So I'm looking to see. I mean, who knows how long this article has been out? But Target point. Clockwork. Let's see. Maybe it's
8th of June. This was posted. So.
Okay. So it's the closest to me is. So it looks like it's in Pioneer Trail in Chaska, Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
The City View, the 2 in Texas that we mentioned.
Yeah.
San Mateo and Walnut Creek in California.
Oh, San Mateo.
San Mateo.
It doesn't get much better than San Mateo, California. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, our good pal Steven Schleicher joins us. Going to talk a little Comic-Con, a couple other things, including his take on the unbearable weight of massive talent with Nicolas Cage. So that'll be after this break. But to do this, we got to have music, so play music.
Well, let's get to some music, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's see. This is in where are these guys from? You know, I always like to say where they're from, but I don't see it right up in front of me. So we're going to talk about that. These guys are a weird combo. You've heard of yacht rock?
Yeah,
right?
yeah, love it.
Christopher Cross and Michael McDonald and the Doobie Brothers and all that stuff. Well, these guys are yacht punks. So
cool.
Yeah, don't know where you get that sort of thing. They have a brand new album coming out at the end of August called "Sex Is Terrifying." You can pre-order it right now on all your digital. Big thanks to Extra Mile Recordings. This is the first single that they've released from the album. The band is called Band-Aid Brigade. Here is the song "Abacus."
Mother is a great believer in the aesthetic value of parsley, and of course it's good to eat too.
This is Scott Fletcher, and I approve this podcast. This is the Morning Stream.
All right, we're back, everybody. Remind me who that was, so when I go find them, I'll be able to, by name.
Will do. I'll tell you that's Band-Aid Brigade from their upcoming album, Sex Is Terrifying.
It kind of is, you know? I mean,
really, when you think about it,
I'm just saying, like, if let's say you're fresh to the puberty and you don't know why you feel the way you do, right? You're like, man, I'm sure attracted to that. I don't know why I'm attracted to that girl, but hubba hubba, and like all that all makes sense and everything. But none of this is, it's all weird. Take away sex drive. How weird is it? You know what I mean? Like, imagine, okay, just for a second, imagine all of our sex drive removed, flattened out,
right.
gone.
Okay, like what am I going to think about for the other 23 hours of the day now, Scott?
And now you're like, well, wait, to propagate the species, I have to do what now? Like, it sounds horrible.
Part of my body inside?
Yeah.
A part of another person's body?
It's jacked up. Sex is weird. Anyway.
Isn't that like cannibalism? Like, if they eat a part of your body, that's cannibalism. You're saying I voluntarily put part of my body in another? Anyway.
Right. We could go on forever.
That's the song Abacus by Band-Aid Brigade from the album Sex Is Terrifying.
I mean, they can't have that name without somebody bringing it up, you know? You have to bring it up. It's a thing.
Exactly.
All right. We're going to bring Steven in. He's very patiently waiting.
Follow that, Steven.
Yeah, good luck, buddy. You're gonna need it. I get to be on his show this week. I'm excited. All right, here's this deal.
Steven Schleicher.
Hey, look who it is. It's Steven Schleicher, our old pal from Hays, Kansas, and the purveyor of all things MajorSpoilers.com. Hello, Steven.
Hello, Scott. Hello, Brian.
Hello.
Nice to have you here. How was your weekend?
I don't know. Let's make things weird, I guess. Weird and scary.
How terrifying is sex to you, Steven?
It's a little scary. It's a scary thing, man. It's like, hey, what are you gonna do? Well, I'm gonna put my wiener in your VahJoHo down there, and then what are you gonna do? Well, I'm gonna move it around.
I think you actually just came up with a word that's worse than vagina.
VahJoHo. And I think I put an extra ho on there as well. But anyway, It's just a weird thing. It's weird. I mean, whatever. We're humans. This is what we do. Animals too, but at least animals don't have to think about it. You know what I mean? They're just like,
anyway, let's talk about Archie comics.
Yeah, but then
good pure Archie comics.
Yeah, why not?
No, Archie was a superhero one time. Pure Heart. What's his Pure Heart? I forget his last name.
What was his power?
He was basically the Superman analog.
Okay. Was it good? I mean, that sounds like it's bad.
I mean, it's okay.
Wow, what a ringing endorsement.
Pure Heart the Powerful. That's his name.
Well, let's talk about the, speaking of heroes and how we learn about them, San Diego Comic-Con 2022 is coming up in July and is a big physical event. They're back to it.
It is. I mean, they did their November thing, and we heard just blip about it. But they're 6 months later, let's do the big one in San Diego coming up July 21st to the 24th. Usually by this time we have a little bit on their programming. They have released nothing in regards to their programming schedule. My guess is they will start releasing it next week, about a month before the show.
Yeah.
But and if you look at their guest list, not a whole. I mean, there's some big names in there.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, but there's not pages and pages and pages of guests. I think they have three pages of guests. So maybe 30 that they're promoting. So
that gives me a sense, or what this tells me is that, okay, I could be wrong here. This is going to be a theory that people can, I'm happy to hear arguments about it. But to me, this is a little bit like E3 going away or fading or becoming weird or whatever. And the games industry having to figure out what to do, especially during the pandemic. It's like, well, all right, Nintendo does their directs. Maybe we do like that. And they're like, oh, this actually worked really well. We're talking directly to our own audience. And, Microsoft just had one of those. So did Sony. Sony had a state of play a couple of weeks ago. Like, that feels like they are now communicating directly with their fans and their buyers that way. So do they really need a huge stage where everyone's doing everything the way it used to be at E3? Well, I feel like maybe this is true here, at least on the Hall H sort of celebrity, we're announcing a new Star Wars movie kind of thing.
I was just going to say that. Definitely Hall H over the last couple of years, pre-pandemic, we started to see some people going away. DC Comics specifically, Warner Brothers specifically, not doing big, huge, talent-infused things, instead doing their, what is it called, Superdome or whatever it is, thing that they've done. Fandom, that's what it is. Yeah, and that actually got a lot more attention than the 20,000 people that you can pack into that Hall H room. 5,000 people, I think.
Because your number one build person here, I think, is Mariel Hemingway, who was in one of the Supermens.
Really?
Yeah.
I think you may be looking at Smallville Con that takes place this weekend in Hutchinson, Kansas.
I am looking at that. The guy that played the big mute in Superman as well is there, so that's cool.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the wrong list.
Keep your plastic bags away from him, folks. Don't accidentally unwrap the cellophane from your Starbucks turkey sandwich and throw it at him.
Yeah, don't do that. That power we never saw before or again. Actually, no, I saw something in a comic where they used that.
Yeah, they brought it back just to say, all right, let's put it in the lore. Let's make it official. It's
pretty annoying, but
So Anime Expo is July 1st weekend, and they're expecting 100,000 people to show up to that. Of course, they don't have mask mandates there anymore. Wear them if you want to. So we'll see how that goes. But I will be very interested to see what the Hall H exhibitors are going to be this year for the San Diego Comic-Con, because that may give us an indication of where things are going with this. Now, a lot of publishers, like Image Comics, they have their own Image Expo, which is a streaming event. We mentioned Fandom is a streaming event, which we don't know if that will be back this year or not.
Right.
But you're right. A lot of publishers are saying, hey, look, we can go and get more attention through our social medias than we can going to a show that is locked off to 80,000 plus of our fans and millions of other fans around the world who can't come here. So
and anything that's under the Disney banner feels like they don't need any of this anymore.
Well, they've got D23 Expo. So
D23, and we had Star Wars
Celebration.
Con, whatever that was, a couple of Star Wars Celebration a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I don't know. It will be interesting to see, like I said, how many people show up to this big convention, one of the biggest conventions in the United States.
Yeah. Well, you're not going, right? Or are you going?
No, come on.
I love how incredulous you sound after that. That's fantastic.
I mean, I understand. There, if you get to go to a comic book convention, by all means, go to it. It is a lot of fun. If you're going, go because you want to, meet your favorite creators or hang out with fellow fans or other things. But the last time I went to Comic-Con was, 20 years ago now. And that thing was so packed that it was uncomfortable. I tried to cross an aisle at one point with my wife, and I turn around and she's like 50 people down just because she got caught up in the tide of massive people moving and couldn't keep up with it. So
I like I think it's an experience people should have maybe at least once. And then once you've done it though, and you go back, even like local ones here, like our Salt Lake Comic-Con, which became FanX or whatever they call it now. It's packed and great and good time. I went a second time and went, well, this is the same, and it's also really too many people, so I'm not doing this. This is way before the pandemic too. It's just like, okay.
And I'm more than happy to go to smaller conventions. I love going to Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City whenever I can. It's always a joy to see local creators there. It just depends. I mean, I I think if you like huge, giant crowds and you want to be in on a lot of the news that is breaking, then San Diego Comic-Con is the one to go to. But like I said, so much of that stuff is being pushed out. I mean, Boom Studios releases all of their Comic-Con news a week before the convention. So it's like, why go to that convention when so much of it is no longer exclusive information? You get to see it either the moment that it's announced, or you see it streaming, or you see it in other places. So yeah, I'm not saying the convention is bad. I'm just saying that there are a bunch of other conventions that you can probably have a better experience.
Yeah,
I'm going to D23 Expo myself this year for the first time ever.
Oh, nice.
And the first convention I've gone to since, I think, a 2017 BlizzCon, I think, was the last one I went to, because we skipped a couple years. Tristan and I did. I can't remember. But
no, you guys went 2018 because you were in the audience when I was on my stage thing. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so 2018 was the last one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, come on. What day is Marvel? What day is Star Wars? Great. I'll be in the pool the rest of the time. I'll be in the...
Yeah, and that's the thing. Go for the things that you're interested in.
Exactly.
Don't go because everyone's telling you to go.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I like that. Okay, this next story is insane to me. I'm going to skip one and then go back to it. These Bill and Ted D&D covers. Will you explain to me what's going on here? Because I don't even know why these exist. Why is this a thing?
It is the craziest trend that I have seen in comics over the last couple of years. Well, really since about 2015, that just for S&Gs, people are taking classic cover art from either D&D modules or manuals or whatever they are, and turning them into their comic book covers featuring their main characters. The latest is a new Bill and Ted series called Bill and Ted Roll the Dice, a 4-issue miniseries from, I want to say, Opus Comics. I'm not familiar with them. The last one that I knew had some Bill and Ted stuff was Boom Studios.
Yeah.
But they're just taking some classic covers from AD&D and other places and putting Bill and Ted in the adventures.
I didn't know they were even going to do a comic, so this is crazy.
I love the artwork for the covers, less so the artwork on the inside, because I really like the kind of almost stylized, cartoony. Yes.
Kind of wish they all look like this inside,
Yeah. It doesn't have to be that, that gloriously painted, but the just the cartoonized versions of Alex Winter and Keanu Reeves, I think, is great.
It's pretty
great.
Great.
Awesome.
There have been a lot of Bill and Ted comics over the years. Evan Dorkin did one back in the day that's really good. He did the Milk and Cheese comics. But it's Bill and Ted in his style is definitely something to look at.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I noticed the covers feature also the George Carlin character. I can't remember.
Rufus.
Rufus.
Yeah, Rufus. I just watched it'll be my recommendal Wednesday, but I just watched that big George Carlin documentary.
Yeah, the 2-episode documentary. I'm halfway through it. So
4 hours or whatever it is. It's awesome. I was going to do it last week, but we didn't have recommendals, but it's so good. And Alex Winter's on that talking about it.
He is.
Yeah. It's really interesting. Anyway, so there's that. Watch for that. Duke Nukem movie in the works. Oh Lord, will it never come out? Because
it'll never come out. That's the problem, right?
Yeah, right. I'm okay. You know what? Here's the truth about Duke Nukem. I'm over it. Like, Duke Nukem was real fun in the early 90s, and we were all like, yeah, this is a cool a shooter that's not Doom, but also cool, and we're all into it or whatever. But I don't know, man. This one's ran its course. I'm done with Duke Nukem. Who cares? It's just too over the top and stupid to me.
Except the only thing that might reel you back in is the people behind the Cobra Kai series are the ones who are developing this. So I know a lot of people were like, I'm done with Karate Kid, blah. And then the Cobra Kai series dropped first on YouTube Red and then on Netflix. And people are like, oh my God, this is the greatest thing ever. So just kind of keep that in mind when and if, probably never, see, I think Duke Nukem just became a money laundering scheme. That makes so much sense now. That's so much sense now. So if and when the Duke Nukem movie ever arrives, you might want to take a look at it. Again, you might want to also take a look at The Rock's Doom movie and see how well that
that thing was a piece of turd is what that was.
Well, that might give you an indicator of where this might also go.
We saw that on Film Sack, and I mean, whatever. No regrets. Film Sack's always fun, but that movie's bad. Woo. Piece of poopy is what that is. All right, well, speaking of movies that aren't bad, you watched that Nick Cage thing, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. What'd you think of that? I
thought that this was so clever and so well done. Very rarely do you get to see an actor play a parody of himself in a film.
Yeah.
You don't get to see that happen very often. And Nick Cage as Nicolas Cage and Nikki in this movie is fantastic.
Yeah.
The whole concept is Nick Cage is an actor who hasn't been doing a whole lot of great work lately, and people think that he's a has-been and he's kind of broke and he needs money, not unlike the stories that we hear about the real Nicolas Cage. And he is invited for $1 million to come spend a weekend at this island of this guy who's a huge fan of his, and just hang out for $1 million. And Nick Cage is like, no, I don't want to do it.
Mandalorian.
It's Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
It's Pedro Pascal. Yeah.
Yeah. And he gets there, and these two form a really close, like it's like this really crazy buddy romance movie.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it turns into an action film. And I've got to tell you, you might go, oh, okay, well, that doesn't sound too great. This movie is meta upon meta upon meta. I mean, it is like, you think that Inception is a fantastic movie. Yeah. This thing layers and layers and layers of stuff to be peeled back once you examine it.
Oh, weird.
It is great. There's a lot of surprise cameos. I don't want to reveal all of them, but it's.
Are there references? Really, let me ask you this: are there references to things like, not the bees, no bees, or whatever? Like
the movie opens. Yes, there's a lot of cameos to previous Nick Cage films. In fact, the movie opens with a Con Air bit that becomes really important at the end of the movie. There's a whole thing that's a plot point that's about Face Off.
No way.
Yes,
I love Face Off. I love
a little spoiler. Yeah. Pedro Pascal is such a huge Nick Cage fan that he has commissioned a lifelike model of Nicolas Cage from Face Off wielding the two golden guns.
From
that movie.
That's
and
great.
Nick Cage, when Nick Cage
in the trailers, that's okay.
That's an okay.
Yeah,
so
okay.
At one point, Nicolas Cage sees this, and he goes, "This is an abomination. I'll pay you $6,000 for
it." I want one of those. I would love that. You kidding me?
It's awesome. It's on digital. It's on digital now, and it is. I just was like, I'm gonna go into this because, we've seen some Nick Cage stuff that can go either way, right? On the one hand, Pig was a really fantastic movie, and then Color Out of Space was just a little wackadoo kind of movie.
Yeah.
This one, I think, for people that just want to dismiss Nicolas Cage as being a has-been, ought to watch this because it's really well done. It's really well thought out. Once you see what they're doing with the movie, you know exactly how it's going to end, and it was a joy to watch.
I think he has a wonderful position in Hollywood, and the memification of his entire career is just fine for a guy his age. What's he pushing, 60-something? Like, let him have this. This is great. Mm-hmm. No problem with it at all. I mean, he's a goofball, but hey, who isn't at one point in their life or another? All right, well, I'll check it out. Pedro Pascal's good, I assume. He's always good. He's never bad.
Yeah, no, he's great in this. He plays I don't want to tell you who he potentially plays, but he may be a good guy. He may be a bad guy.
Did he ever do this?
Nope, not once.
Not once. That's too bad.
Oh,
you do get to see his face throughout the movie, though.
The little alien pig monkey to quit playing with the ball. None of that. Okay.
Nope.
Well, all right.
A lot of The Rock references as well.
Oh, really? Ooh, I love The Rock. It's one of my favorite action movies of all time. I think it's just right up there, like top 10 action movies ever made. It's so good. It's the best thing. I still say it's the best thing. What's his name?
Nicolas Cage.
Transformer director. No, director of Transformers.
What's his name? James Bond?
Director, not Mark Wahlberg, the actor in the one of them. I'm talking. What's his name? I can't think of his name. Chat room. Michael Bay.
Oh, okay.
It's the best thing Michael Bay made. The Rock is what I was trying to get at. For hell's sakes, my brain. Anyway, Steven, this is great and all, but what else is happening at Major Spoilers that we can all look forward to and listen to? And check out?
Man, if you love crossovers, we have the crossover event for you this week on the Major Spoilers podcast. It is Spider-Man and Batman teaming up in a comic book series from the 90s. And if you want another crossover, what more you ask for, as the Marvel comic cover says, Scott Johnson once again coming on to join the show this week. So Major Spoilers TMS crossover, and that'll be a lot of fun. So it's this week. You'll hear it on Wednesday morning for most of you.
Yeah, it'll be great.
Check it out, majorspoilers.com.
I'm looking forward to it because I never knew this crossover even happened. This was news to me.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. Well, I cracked it open yesterday. I got maybe a page in and then was too tired. It was like midnight. And I went, I'll finish this tomorrow. But man, Seems real convoluted, this story.
Oh yeah, Carnage and Joker team up, and Batman and Spider-Man team up.
Yeah.
Speaking of Spider-Man, by the way, and I know we're closing things up with you,
Spot.
but what's that?
The Spot announcement?
No, the fact that they're bringing No Way Home back for Labor Day weekend, but a new fan cut of Spider-Man No Way Home.
Whoa, what?
With
how's that work?
Footage. What do we know about that?
I don't know anything about it except that it's a fan cut that they're releasing over the holiday.
Okay.
I don't think it has anything to do with memes. You're not going to see Spider-Man say it's Spider-Morbin time or anything like that.
Oh, good. Thank goodness for that.
I don't think that that's the case, but who knows?
What do they mean by what do they mean by fan cut? Like,
I have no idea.
I don't know what that means. That's weird.
I know. I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point, Claire. For the fans or by the fans?
By the fans.
Yeah, I don't know.
Isn't that just be some YouTube thing?
It's just going to be like 3.5 hours of Peter Parker, and Peter Parker pointing at one another.
Yeah, the three Peters. Yeah. Everyone's got their Peter out. It'll be great. I'm looking forward to it. Hey, Steven, good times always. Everyone check him out. Major Spoilers on Twitter, of course, and then the Major Spoilers Network where all this stuff goes down, including majorspoilers.com, where you'll find everything you need. Hey, Steven, it's like 90 degrees yesterday.
Oh, man, it's going to be 108 degrees here. We're going to go to the swimming pool.
Yeah.
Even if you go swimming, you still need to stay hydrated.
Yeah, I agree. Stay hydrated, everybody.
Definitely.
We'll see you later. Bye now. All right. Well, we did that.
Okay.
Now, look, when I get handed a mashup, even when it's a bonus one, like Jamie's been pretty busy, so we could only do a bonus today. But as far as I'm concerned, these are like the real deal anyway. I don't know why he calls them bonuses.
There's, nothing bonus about it when it's only when we get. It's fantastic.
It's always good. So we're going to play this one. This is called Mayo Wolf. And this is, what did he give it? An NTR, which stands for Nailed the Read. So this is probably me and possibly very little of you, but mostly me effing it up.
Yes.
So we're about
it's
to
a lot
find
of me
out.
Going, nope.
Yep, do that again. Nope, that's not what it says. Say it again. Anyway, here it is. Enjoy Mayo Wolf, the mashup from TMS, a.k.a. Jamie. Here you go. Attaining Iberfection.
Close enough.
Oh, I said Iber, didn't I?
Iber, yeah. Like my name is not Brian Ibert.
Iberton. Coming up on TMS, the band... Scott, you can't even get the right one out? Let's try it again. Free Flast Pass.
I love the...
Shit. Let me do it again. I couldn't even do the wrong reading of the wrong reading. All right, do that again. Free Flast Pass. Free Flast Pass.
Well done.
Okay, here goes. It's a nice burp.
Quick, unexpected, and painless.
Donkey sauce. Just what a... Energy. Gosh dang it, dude. Twice. Do that again.
See Anal Street.
Becky Brothers. Becky Bothers. I knew I'd get this one. Gosh dang it. Remote server
More popularly.
Central. It's his vapor. Shit. I screwed up. It's his heat vapor.
I like that one as well.
Wisney. Shit. Creamy peen, not butter.
No, try it again.
Creamy peen, nut butter.
There you go.
Easier than the showing. Shit. Easier than showing your ball. Is it too early to get a Brian to get a shit? Sheet water and fish flappers. Guess it's fappers, isn't it?
How's that vagina treating you? Leftover blue light special smell.
Brian did it today. Woo!
I did it today. Those are... Oh, no, I'm sorry. There are red lights. Why did I do that in a Russian voice? There are red... I'm doing red. There are LED lights.
Chris Rock tells a joke, but Will Smith's... Take out the Weird Al chunk? Sorry. Sandy clams are a problem. Damn it. Winner. Myrinated recommendal. Why did I say myrinated?
I don't know.
My milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. I did the wrong thing. My milk snake brings all the boys to the yard. I've been to Mayo Wolf, but it never... What? I've never been to Mio Wolf.
Meow Wolf.
I'm going to do it again.
Cinco del Medical Whip.
Oh, man. You delivered that better than I was expecting. That was really good.
Yeah.
Well, that was outright perfection. Come on now.
It was perfection. Well done.
Send me all your accolades. That was great. Nice use of the beep cuts. I like that.
Yeah. Perfectly done.
That made me laugh. Well done, Jamie. See, that's as good as any mainline mashup that he has ever done.
Yeah.
That's
Why would that
crap.
be considered like, oh, well, I guess this will just be a little extra bonus? No, that stands on its own.
It does.
Like the cheese.
But I know him, and he's probably just like feeling guilty. He's like, oh, I didn't do a mainline one. I feel so bad. Do this bonus one, and I'll give myself 20 lashings while I'm, working on the next one.
Right.
No, you're good at these things. Kim, what the heck is this? Thank you. She made me a big cold V8, which I really like, by the way.
Oh, nice.
I like the tomato juice. Ooh, and
spicy
you put,
or the regular?
Stuff in it, spicy, and she puts stuff in it. It looks
She
like
makes it look like a Bloody Mary
I know,
without all
look
the
at this.
vodka. Well, presumably.
Oh yeah, spicy.
Kim
it's like
knows for sure.
It's like what you get when you get on a plane. Thanks, babe. Big thumb up. I'll give you the old thumb up later. What does that mean?
Big
That's terrible.
thumb up. I've never heard that. I'll give that a big thumb up.
Give that a big thumb up.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that will do it for today.
Plural. Okay.
A reminder that we do Patreon, and it's how we survive. We can't do the show without it. So patreon.com/TMS is the place to go. Be like the following people who have signed up since last Thursday. We got Marco Slangen, Tom O'Neill, and Jamie Van Haren. Oh, I love Van Haren, especially the first 3 albums. So good.
Oh, yes.
It was trouble when
it was such a bummer when Gary Sharon joined Van Haren.
Really bad. Yeah. Van Haren just never lived up to.
Never sounded the same.
No.
Yeah. Lost that Van Haren feel to it.
You've lost. All right. Anyway, there's that. Thanks for that. Patreon.com/TMS. That reminds me, I got some stuff to send Dave to send people, so I got to get on that. Anyway.
Cool.
Oh, also, quick note about everybody's free comic book day prints. They should start arriving in your inboxes or your mailboxes anytime. So there's that. Nice. Only a month and a half later. Frogpants.com/TMS for everything else. Contact us at themorningstream@gmail.com. We will leave you now, but we won't do it without a song in our hearts and our farts. Hey, Brian, what's the song?
Yeah. Well, since I missed a couple shows last week, let's combine a couple requests for today's song. Dustin wrote in and said, just requesting a song for my wife's birthday on June 12th. She loves the music of Cyndi Lauper and Pink, so this is a great combo. If you can't play what I requested, I'm sure you'll find something along those lines. She's also learning to play her ukulele, and she loves that type of music. We've come close, but have avoided the plague so far as well. Say, Stafe. Signed, Dustin.
Nice.
I almost made it through that one. Jeez.
Yeah, well done.
Andrew also wrote in and said, Dear Scotch and Bourbon, I turned 30 yet again this year. Amazing how it never seems to change. If you could play anything that changes a slow song into an upbeat one, I'd greatly appreciate it. Is it too early to get a winning?
Well, yes. Well, first you get this.
Happy birthday to you.
And then you get this.
Congratulations! You're a winner!
And then you get, where's the winning? Oh shit, that's an old one.
The Charlie Sheen one, yeah.
That's 2011. Hold on. Okay, so I now have to do it because I've delayed so long. So let's see. Yeah. Winning.
All this setup, you better damn play it.
Oh, here it is.
Winning.
All right, March 1st, 2011. If you can believe that. Duh.
Wow.
Anyway,
it's amazing that Charlie Sheen is still alive, isn't it? Like, weren't we thinking that he just had a couple of years left in him after all that mayhem and stuff?
How do we know he's still alive? We don't even know.
Well, it's true.
Yep. Show me the body.
We just got to take his word for it that, he's a wizard. All right. So, Time After Time is a slow song, the original version, the Cyndi Lauper original version. The Pink version, sadly, is also slow. But I decided, all right, let's combine these two and find a quick upbeat version of Cyndi Lauper's Time After Time. A song that was written with the Hooters, and the Hooters actually do a cover of it that's pretty good. The one I went with, though, is by Pomplamoose. We haven't played Pomplamoose on the show since March. It's been a few months, and it's time to play them again because I love those two. those two wacky kids.
Those guys are great.
Even though they recorded this back in 2018, it fit the bill perfectly for today. Here's Pomplamoose and their cover of Time After Time.
We'll see you guys tomorrow on a Tuesday. TMS. This show is part of the Frog Pants Network.
Frog Pants Network.
Get more shows like this at frogpants.com. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know either.
Combination of sounds.
I grabbed something short and went, yeah, this will work, and then didn't really check it. But probably a film sack thing,
stuff.
I guess.
Yeah, of course it was.